Hello, welcome to your week 2 summary and your week 3 introduction video. So in week 2, we've explored case studies of the foundation and participation stage and the role of the coach in the participation stage. We've had a session around research and referencing. You've continued your multi-skills development around coaching styles and participant development and fundamental movement and sport-specific skills of TASH. And then we've started to explore the performance stage with myself and the elite stage with Ryan. So in terms of the content you've had, you are now ready to build your presentation with one more session on Tuesday next week, potentially to support you with that. But everything else content-wise has been covered across weeks 1 or 2. Now the presentation assessment, the guidance if we go to learning space is underneath assessment information. So you've got the assignment brief and the marking framework under that. Please go through that as much as you can. There's some additional guidance here around presentations, and then there's a small workshop type video you can go through here in terms of how to design an effective presentation. Now, next week, what we do have on Tuesday is a presentation support session, and that's face-to-face in the classroom. What would be really useful is if you turn up to that session with your presentation completely designed or partially designed, but bring with you what you've done so far. And we're going to kind of compare and talk through how we might make our presentations more effective in this session. So please bring something with you to this. What we've also covered in week 2 on Friday is we've introduced the report assessment in a session with Ryan. So the report assessment is within the EduBlog task. So if we open up the EduBlog task, you can see you've got these 5 components. So the About Me section, your study skills, which we should be close to finishing. I would suggest you start working through that probably next week if you haven't made much progress yet. So the worksheets around using the library, using Discovery, your updated gap analysis, which you will do near the end of the module, and then a short written reflection on your wider study skills. We'll talk about employability in a minute. Your multi-skills is continuing with TASH, but then you've got this short 500 to 1,000 word report that you're going to put on your EduBlog as well. And that's what Ryan introduced in today's session. And then if we look at week 3, we've got another session next Friday where we do some more report planning. So you should be looking to do your report plan in your huddle groups, in your small groups between today and next Friday to bring them with you with feedback for next Friday's session. We've also got a session next Friday around how to write reflectively, and that's important because in your EduBlog task, you will need to write reflectively here in your study skills written reflection. So that would directly link there. In terms of what else we do next week, so we're going to continue the multi-skills work with TASH around fundamental movements, but you've also got this practical session here around fundamental movements with TASH as well on Thursday. We're then going to start to shift the focus towards planning your job search. And we're going to have some tasks on Wednesday which will be set where you're going to search for some jobs. And if we go back to your EduBlog, you will see that the first part of your employability is finding some relevant jobs. So you will have a task built in to help you do that on Wednesday. On Thursday, we've got your assess presentations. And then next week, we start to look at this in more depth. So you have some sessions around CV building and support statements. I've said it a few times already, but please can I urge you to create your EduBlog and have that up and running. And if you have some free time, you can get some of the sections done around the About Me, or if you've done some of the worksheets, you can start to upload those, and the same with Tasha's worksheets, you can start to upload those. That will put you in quite a good position so you're not feeling quite stressed out the closer we get to the deadline. So just as a summary, Monday's going to be some tasks, which is going to be continuing with the worksheets you've done with Tash, and I'll talk to you more on Monday about this part. And then on Tuesday, we're back in for some face-to-face. On Wednesday, you've got an online session with Tash and then some tasks around planning for your job. On Thursday, you've got a practical session with Tash followed by presentations with me. And I'm going to send out a schedule about that as soon as possible. Some more worksheet tasks with Tash and then some online sessions, really consolidating the report and how to write reflectively with Ryan. We look forward to seeing you next week. Enjoy the rest of your weekends. If you have got some time, keep making progress with your assessments, and we're available if you want to drop us a message in the chat function in Teams if you have any issues.